The air in the Mile High City feels different today because our front office finally stopped waiting and started building. As a longtime insider, I can tell you that these mid-round decisions often define the legacy of a franchise more than the flashy first-round headlines. We are witnessing a calculated effort to surround our young leader with the right pieces to succeed. Before we break down these vital additions to the Broncos family, make sure you join our community by subscribing for more exclusive team insights right now. Truly, Bo Nix is the center of the universe for this franchise right now, and everything happening at Dove Valley is designed to ensure he has the tools to thrive. Head coach Sean Payton is orchestrating a master plan that came to life during the later rounds of the draft. It all started with Tyler Onyedem, a powerful defensive lineman who fills the void left by John Franklin Myers. Then, the team shifted focus to the offense by grabbing Jonah Coleman, a bruising running back from Washington who brings a physical presence we desperately needed. Shortly after, Boise State offensive lineman Cage Casey was added to the mix. While he played tackle in college, the plan is to move him inside to guard, where his athleticism can shine, as the current line starts to get older. Finally, the team made a bold move to trade up for Justin Joli, a dynamic tight end from North Carolina State. These names might not be household staples yet, but they represent the insurance policies and weapons required to compete in the AFC West. Sean Payton clearly saw something special in Joli, sacrificing multiple picks to ensure this joker weapon didn't land elsewhere. George Payton and the coaching staff are betting on these high-floor prospects to provide immediate depth while developing into long-term starters. We see a clear pattern of selecting high IQ players who fit the specific culture being established in Denver. It isn't just about raw talent anymore. It is about finding guys who can process the game quickly and protect the most important asset on the roster. By bringing in a mix of power, speed, and versatility, the Broncos are attempting to bridge the gap between a rebuilding phase and a return to playoff contention. Each of these players addresses a specific weakness, whether it is pass protection, short yardage running, or creating mismatches in the passing game. The strategy was clear. Build a nest around the quarterback and ensure the foundations of the roster are strong enough to withstand the grueling NFL season. This is the blueprint for a modern offense, and it starts with the players we just named. We have to understand that building a roster is like building a house. You need a solid foundation before you can put on roof. This strategic influx of talent changes the entire dynamic of the offensive meeting rooms. The new tight end is a fascinating prospect because he essentially functions as a large wide receiver, offering a massive catch radius and the ability to find soft spots in zone coverage. While some experts worry about his blocking skills, his primary role will be to provide a reliable target for the rookie signal caller on third downs. Think back to the great Denver teams of the past, where a reliable safety valve made all the difference in tight games. Meanwhile, the new addition to the backfield provides a different kind of security. This powerful runner isn't going to outrun every defensive back, but he will punish linebackers and consistently fall forward for those extra 2 yards that keep drives alive. He acts as a perfect complement to the existing speed on the roster, offering the coaching staff a hammer for late-game situations when we need to milk the clock. This kind of roster construction is exactly what an insider likes to see because it acknowledges the physical reality of the league. You cannot rely on a single superstar to carry the load. You need a rotation of specialized players who can all contribute in different ways. The Boise State product on the offensive line is another piece of this puzzle, providing the versatility to play multiple positions if injuries occur. We have seen how a few banged-up starters can derail a season, so having a high-floor athlete ready to step in is a luxury. The coaching staff is clearly prioritizing players who have played a lot of college football and possess a high football intelligence. This minimizes the learning curve and allows the team to be more aggressive with their schemes. When you have a quarterback who is still learning the ropes, you want him surrounded by guys who won't make mental mistakes. This group of rookies brings a professional attitude to the locker room that should help stabilize the transition into a new era of Broncos football. Every pick was a message that the era of flashy, risky bets is over, replaced by a commitment to sound football principles and positional depth. This approach builds a team that can win in December. At the end of the day, all these names and stats come down to one simple thing: winning more games on Sundays. If these young players can do their jobs, our quarterback won't have to carry the entire weight of the city on his shoulders. This could help the team avoid those long, painful droughts where the offense just couldn't stay on the field. Imagine a third and short situation where we finally have the muscle to push the pile forward without breaking a sweat. That is the kind of direct impact we are talking about. When we have a reliable running game, it opens up the entire playbook, making it much easier for everyone to succeed. This isn't about fancy analytics or long-term theories. It is about having bigger, stronger guys who can beat the person standing in front of them. If the new tight end becomes the red zone threat we hope he is, that means more touchdowns and fewer settling for field goals. We all know the frustration of seeing a great drive stall out at the 20-yard line. These moves are designed to fix that specific problem. Furthermore, having depth on the offensive line means our leaders stay protected and healthy for the full 17 games. If we can keep the pocket clean, our offensive efficiency will skyrocket. This is how you build a winning culture from the ground up. It starts with the dirty work in the trenches and the reliable hands of a backup who is ready when his number is called. Fans should feel a sense of relief because the front office isn't just hoping for the best. They are actively preparing for every possible scenario. If a veteran goes down, we now have a young, hungry player ready to fill those shoes without the team losing a step. This creates a competitive environment where everyone has to earn their spot, which usually leads to better performance across the board. We are moving away from the days of being thin at key positions and toward a roster that can actually compete with the heavyweights in our division. It is a simple formula. Better players lead to better execution, which leads to more celebrations at the stadium. The stakes couldn't be higher for this draft class. If these selections hit their mark, we are looking at the foundation of a perennial playoff contender. The best-case scenario is that the new weapons ignite the offense and turn us into a unit that defenses actually fear. We could see a team that controls the clock, protects the ball, and scores when it matters most. That would mean a return to the glory days we all remember so fondly. But we have to be honest about the risks involved here. If these rookies struggle to adjust to the speed of the professional game, the offense could remain stagnant and predictable. We have seen talented players fail to make the leap before, and the consequences are always devastating for the fans. If the pass protection fails, our young quarterback's confidence could be shaken, leading to a cycle of mistakes and losses. The margin for error in this league is razor thin. Every missed block or dropped pass can be the difference between a winning season and another year of disappointment. The pressure is on the coaching staff to get these guys ready to contribute immediately. We can't afford to wait 3 years for development while the rest of the division gets stronger. The tension in the building is palpable because everyone knows how much is riding on these decisions. If the power running game doesn't materialize, we will be stuck in the same one-dimensional rut that has plagued us for years. However, if that trade-up for the tight end pays off, we might have found the missing piece to the puzzle. It is a high-stakes gamble that will define the next few years of football in Denver. We are all waiting to see if this new vision can actually translate into results on the field. Will these players be the heroes of a new generation, or will they be forgotten names in a few years? The answers will start to reveal themselves as soon as the pads come on in training camp. For now, we are left with the hope that this plan is the one that finally works. The road back to glory is never easy. We have looked at how this draft was specifically designed to support our new franchise cornerstone. From the power of the backfield to the athleticism at tight end, the Broncos are building a complete unit. It is a strategy that prioritizes reliability and cultural fit over raw potential. The coaching staff has a clear vision for how each piece fits into the larger puzzle. Now, it is up to these young men to prove they belong on the big stage. As an insider who has seen many draft classes come and go, I feel a genuine sense of optimism about this group. They have the maturity and the skills to make a real difference in the upcoming season. But I want to hear from you, the heart and soul of this team. Do you think focusing on these high-floor players is the right move, or should we have taken more big swings on raw athletes? Be honest, do you trust this plan to finally get us back to the top? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Also, if you love the Broncos, hit that like button and subscribe for all the latest updates because your support keeps this coverage going every day for our fans.